It'll always be freedom.
Hey everybody, welcome. This is Catherine Bleich, producer of Anarchapulco and Liberpulco. We are here to announce a really awesome event. This is an Anarchapulco meets Liberland joint conference, festival, party, whatever you can describe Anarchapulco as. There's really no words for it. It's beyond words. It's just an amazing experience. And we are putting one on this summer in Serbia. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are taking flight, going across the ocean to the other side of the world, and we are bringing you the best of Anarchapulco right next door to Liberland. We are going to be in Serbia, very close to the Liberland settlement, and this event is happening really soon. Our official dates are September 5th, 6th, and 7th, but you can join us early for a Forco event. If you've been to Anarchapulco in recent years, we know we do offer a decentralized portion where you can create your own events. That can be some sort of sightseeing tourism. That can be a philosophical conversation. It could be trying new food. It could be putting on any sort of content that you want to put on. So if you want to come early for the fork, I also suggest staying late for the 8th because we will soon be posting the tickets for our special brunch with Vit and Jeff, and there will be a Liberland tour that you can hop on as well. So if you are interested in actually visiting Liberland and seeing what they are trying to do there, this is an excellent opportunity. We'll be flying in speakers from all over the world, and I hope that we will bring the largest gathering of Liberlanders and Anarchapulcans to have ever reached this part of the world. So with me today, I've got the two people who have really been working hard on a lot of the logistics for the event. We've got Krisaps and Rebecca. I'm going to let them each introduce themselves very, very briefly, and then we're going to get into some questions. So Rebecca, if you'll go first, introduce yourself and your role for Liberpulco/Anarchapulco.
Hello, everybody. Yes, my name is Rebecca Steele-Scott. I am Australian, as you may be able to tell, and I've been involved with Anarchapulco for a few years now as the stage manager. So I have the absolute delight of being the one who communicates with all the speakers ahead of the event and during the event and gets them all organized and booked in and arriving for your listening pleasure at our live events. So I'm very excited to be able to do that for Liberpulco this year and to be able to come in person to Serbia, which is a European country I have not been to. So I'm very, very excited. It's going to be awesome.
Awesome. Now, I've never been there either, but Krisaps has. We have been sending him in. I don't know if he went before the Liberpulco work, but he's been doing some recon for us and negotiating contracts. So, Krisaps, if you could please introduce yourself and express what you do for both Anarchapulco and now Liberpulco.
Hello, Catherine. Thank you for having me here. My name is Krisaps Kaukis. I'm originally coming from Latvia. And I've been working as an operations and logistics manager for Anarchapulco for the past 3 years. And this year we are setting up the event in Serbia called Liberpulco the first time. And I've been helping with most of the logistics and with sorting out the contractors, things like finding a stage, finding transportation and catering and that kind of things for Liberpulco. So, yeah, thank you for having me.
Awesome. It has been such a delight to work with both Rebecca and Krisaps. I am so blessed, so blessed. Our team is international in nature. It was before we took on Liberpulco, but with Anarchapulco, it was a lot of, North American influence. And so this is the first time we're doing an event on the European side. And what I have found is on the volunteer calls, every single time, every person was in a different country. So I am really, really excited to get to gather with everybody and meet new people who have not been able to travel and make it all the way to Anarchapulco. Now, we do have our virtual event, our live event that we feed out to everybody who's bought a virtual ticket. That happens for Anarchapulco. We're doing that again for Liberpulco. And what I'm noticing is that there's people who've expressed, hey, I always watch the virtual feed. I haven't been able to fly to Mexico. I'm so excited to be able to make Liberpulco to get to see some of these speakers. So Rebecca, could you please let us know some of the highlight reel of speakers who are going to be at Liberpulco?
Well, I will first of all mention that this Liberpulco is, as we know, a collaboration between Liberland and Anarchapulco. So we have a great influence of Liberland speakers. So these guys have been tirelessly traveling around the world, including the president of Liberland, Vit Jedlicka, who I've met a few times at Anarchapulco, and he is an amazing speaker and a visionary of our time. So we're very excited to be collaborating with these guys. And we do amazingly have quite a cohort of Dollar Vigilante people coming, including Jeff Berwick, who is going to be there in Europe in person, and we're very, very excited about him being on the list. And other amazing creators in the world include David Avocado Wolf, who came to Anarchapulco for the first time this year. He is bringing his posse, by the way, and I'm sure Kat actually doesn't know this, but he's bringing a crew of amazing people who I actually had some of the most rich discussions with his crew. So a lot of them are coming. They are all in Europe at the moment. Alex Zek from The Way Forward, he is a hot to trot podcaster and creator after doing the end of COVID series last year, which was over 100 hours of content decoding the BS to do with COVID and to make sure it never happens again. Steve Falconer is our MC. He is a content creator, a filmmaker, and a really amazing decoder of various subjects. He's actually speaking about cell salts, which is something I've started getting into. A lot of us are mineral deficient, and he will tell you how to fix that in your body and why cell salts are good. We also have on the female speaker side, we have Dawn Lester, who also came to the fore in the COVID's era and has written a book called What Really Makes You Ill. So that will be very interesting content. And we also have Hannah Maria, who is a very well-known freedom activist and has many, many different things going on. I watched her Clear Skies conference, which was absolutely fantastic. She has given a lot of free content to this community, and I'm really looking forward to hearing what she has to say about her parallel society, that she's basically gone back to her homeland from living in Spain, and she is bringing back the Finnish traditions, which have been in like every European country, are trying to be wiped out by immigrants, etc., and by woke politics. And so I'm looking forward to hearing about how she is doing that within her own home country. So the rest of the information is on the liberpulco.com site. So if anyone wants to look at who else is coming, that's where it is.
Awesome. Thank you, Rebecca. So if you go to www.liberpulco.com, it is going to bring you to a landing page. And as you scroll through, you're going to see all sorts of helpful information, how to get tickets, what the venue is, what it looks like. It's called Ark Village. I'm going to talk about the ticket types here in a moment, but I was hoping, Chris, that you could talk about Ark Village. Of course, if people go to liberpulco.com while you're watching this interview, you can scroll down and you can see the main building that we'll be using for the VIP, and you'll see some other pictures of the venue. And I was hoping, Chris, that you could talk about, because you've been there on site. Can you tell us what the venue is like and where it is located?
So Ark Village is located in an amazing place, just next to a small pond. It's kind of similar, like we have a secret garden in Acapulco. It's like a completely away in the nature, and it's an eco village that offers a tranquil lifestyle in harmony with nature. So yeah, it's like it really feels that you left the city, and it's like 2 kilometers away from the city of Apatin, which is yeah, really close by. And yeah, they offer accommodation, and there's like a bar and restaurant, and you can just walk around. A lot of fishing opportunities just nearby, and yeah, I think it's such an amazing place to like. I couldn't think about better place by being in Apatin to organize such an event, actually.
Well, I'm really excited to go. One of our favorite changes that we made post-COVID with Anarchapulco was to move to an outdoor venue. Our attendees love it. Everybody loves it. One thing to note is it's summer in Serbia, but it will not be as hot as it is in Acapulco. So for those of you who don't like the heat of central southern Mexico, this could be a really great opportunity for you to enjoy similar speakers, similar lineup, similar community. It's a slightly shorter event. This is a 3-day event with a decentralized portion. If you are wanting to find this on the map to look at it, you can type in Ark Village, Apatin, Serbia, and they're actually on Google Maps. They have some places that are on Airbnb. We're using them during the event, so they're not somewhere that you can rent. But you can go, you can look at it. There's tons of pictures online. It's a really beautiful venue. And I was wondering, Chris, could you let people know where are the hotel options if they want to attend the event? Where would you recommend they stay? Since this isn't a big hotel and resort like we used to do at the Princess Hotel in Acapulco, this is like the Secret Garden, where the event is the destination, but you have to sleep off-site unless you're camping. We can talk about that next.
Absolutely. First of all, regarding the weather, when I was there 2 weeks ago, it was kind of Acapulco weather, and was like over plus 40 degrees some of the days. But since we are having an event in September, it's going to be more like Northern Europe weather. So it's supposed to be between plus 20 to plus 25 degrees Celsius, and it's going to be really nice. Also less mosquitoes, and yeah. And when it comes to places to stay, there are many options around. So people can choose to stay between Apatin and the city of Sombor, which is like 20 kilometers away from Apatin. And I have published a list of places to stay on our website, liberpulco.com. There's like a whole Excel file with you can find it under the tickets. There is a button called Get the Resources, and over there you will find a Excel file called Places to Stay. Yes. Also, same as there's other local recommendations like even restaurants and ATMs and even the taxi numbers. But we are going to have our own transportation methods, at least for the VIPs, and also for the other attendees. There will be some taxis at the event. So my personal recommendations for the hotels are in like if you're going to stay in Apatin, it would be a place called Golden Crown. Last time I checked, all of the rooms was still available through our event. Then the second best place I would say is Marina Hotel Apatin. You can find it in Google Maps. And the third, like the top 3 places, like the third would be Villa Kovacevic, it's called. So I have visited all of those places, and I also visited many more. Within the list, there are some places are marked in green, and those are that I could personally specifically recommend. And there are few that are in red, and those I could recommend the least. And also there are plenty of places in Sombor, which is like 20 kilometers away, as I said. And also can just look at Airbnb or in booking.com. But we should be able, like everyone should be able to find accommodation within Apatin or Sombor during the Liberpulco days. So yeah, if that answered your question.
Yep, absolutely. I do want to mention we do have one ticket type that does include housing. So if you are on the website, Liberpulco.com, and you scroll down past introducing Liberpulco, you'll see 6 ways to get involved. There's a general admission ticket. This gets you into the venue and in front of the stage, but it's not going to feed you. It's not going to house you. There is a VIP ticket, and that is going to get you into the event, and it's going to get you food, and it's going to get you drinks, and it does not house you, but it does come with the option for some transportation, and I'll have Krisaps talk about that in a minute. We also have the VIP Plus. So this was a new option that we started doing in partnership with Bambuda in Acapulco for Anarchapulco, and these would sell out in like 2 weeks as soon as we listed them, and this is housing included. And so this is at a hotel in apartment style housing with 2 rooms and kind of a central living area, and I think a kitchenette. Is that right, Krisaps? And so you can get a
let me correct. In some of the suites there will be a kitchenette, and some of them will not. So
okay,
yeah,
noted.
But all of them are like luxury rooms. So with 2 rooms apartments. So yeah, in the best place, yeah. Absolutely the best place in the whole area.
Awesome. And thank you for arranging that, Krisaps. So we have a very limited these. There's only 3 left. We already sold 1 of the 4 rooms, and there's only 3 left. So if you want to come and you don't want to worry about housing, you don't want to worry about transportation, we do have, I'll let Krisaps talk about the transportation. But it'll get you to your hotel and to the venue. And we also have a community support team ticket. And this is for people who want to volunteer. And we do charge a small amount. This is a $100 ticket. And the reason we do that is because when we weren't charging for volunteer tickets, the attendance rate was very low. So this makes sure that you're coming. It makes sure you're going to participate, and it covers expenses like we wear a visor. In fact, I have mine right here because I've been doing the volunteer calls here. It won't say Anarchapulco on it, and I don't know if it'll be red or not. But you get some cool merch swag that you get to take home when you volunteer. And if you decide to volunteer, there is a 9-hour commitment of time. This could be at registration, working with shuttles. It's really kind of first come, first serve on the shifts that you pick. And there is an option to upgrade to have food included as a volunteer at our cost. And there is an option to upgrade to stay in some of the A-frame dorm style housing that they have on site. So the only people who get to stay on site will either be camping. There is a $10 a night camping option at Ark Village, or they will be volunteers who have chose to stay in the dorms, or volunteers can camp for free, and you have to arrange that with me. So if you are wanting to come and keep your costs low and you want to participate, our volunteers tend to volunteer year after year because it is so much fun. We build a little family, a little community. You'll make friends that hopefully you'll get to keep the rest of your life. It's a really, really, really fun way to be involved. And our last ticket type is the replay. So if you just want a virtual feed and you want the replay, you can't come in person, but you want to watch it digitally, that is the way that you can do that. Rebecca, this leads me back to you. And I was wondering if you could summarize for people the flow of the day? How is the event structured? When are there speeches? What can people expect? What is nightlife like?
Well, we are going to make it that our stage opens at 10 a.m. So we've heard that Europeans like to eat dinner at about 10 p.m. So we're trying to make it that we don't start the content too early, in line with that. And there is a beautiful lake that the event is held on. So there's plenty of nice outdoor things to see in the morning anyway, if you're an early bird. So at the moment, our stage opens at 10 a.m. and it will be a beautiful outdoor space, as we've already mentioned, on a lake. And we are going to have it professionally staged, by the way. So we do have a screen behind and amplified, and it's going to look great. So the content will really shine, because traditionally our speakers put a lot of effort into their speeches. So there will be so much to take in. So yes, we start at 10 a.m. We are going to break for lunch for 2 hours, just to make sure that everyone has a chance to get lunch and to network and to speak about what they've just learned, and to have a chat to some of the speakers who will all be milling around the place during the event. That's how our events roll. So we do also have at least 3 workshops that will be run during the lunch hours. So we're trying to make it that you've still got time to eat if you do the workshops, and these workshops will have a small attendance fee, because we actually pay the workshop facilitator. So they're also an option for you during the lunch hour. So and then we're going to go until about 7 p.m. from the afternoon session. We'll go from about 2 until 6 or 7 p.m. And the main party night that we have, and so then we have dinner after that, the stage closes. And the main party night we have is on the Friday night, and it's called the Rise Above Presidential Mega Mix. And we have the guys from the UK who are Rise Above, and they have a really, really cool YouTube show, which is just absolutely hilarious. And I do encourage you to check that out ahead of time, because what came to my attention with them was the production value, because these guys have run a lot of live events, party events in the UK, and they basically had to be relegated to their back shed for most of COVID, being in the middle of London kind of thing, or in the busy part of the UK. And so they set up this amazing studio, and for part of their show, they actually have a DJ mix. So it's kind of like they do their talking, and it's funny as can be, and then they start playing really, really cool drum and bass and different music. And so they're going to be celebrating Witt's birthday, which is President Witt's birthday. And I don't think he goes by President Witt, by the way, just so you know. But yeah, so they're going to put together a really, really cool mega mix, which will be very attainable music. It's made for a crowd of people who have diverse tastes, and I'm really looking forward to what they've got to offer. And we are closing the stage by about 6 o'clock on the Saturday, and then on the Sunday we do have a special VIP brunch that you can upgrade and buy tickets for. I don't think they're up on the site yet, but if you are coming, plan to stay for a very special brunch with some of our very well-known speakers. And this is a great way for you to actually have a one-on-one deep conversation with these wonderful creators in the world. So I know that David Avocado Wolf is going to be in attendance, and Jeff Berwick will be in attendance for that. So that's about it for me.
Awesome. Thank you, Rebecca. I am really, really looking forward to it. We did just get children's tickets up on the website. Those are free. Unless they're eating, and we're still working with the caterers to see what the cost for the kids will be if we're going to include them on the meal plan. My daughter's going to be there, and as far as I know right now, she's the only kid I know of that's coming. So I would really love to see families come the same way that we do with Anarchapulco. So if you are considering coming as a family, I would love it if you did. I have a feeling Jeff's son will be there. I don't know for sure. I haven't heard. That's a rumor. Don't spread it. I need to ask him, but he usually travels with his family, and I believe they're going to be in Europe together at the time. So hopefully we can get some families and some kids out, which would be really, really, really fun. See these freedom kids growing up. I do understand that there are children already involved with Liberland, so I expect the local folks that are living out there and participating out there will be coming and attending as well. So please bring your kids if you get a chance, and also be mindful it is on a body of water. And so community safety, we are a group of people that are trying to show the world that this can be done without top-down government intervention. So everybody take care of each other, love each other, make sure people are behaving in mindful and safe ways in your presence. If they're not, get them some support. With that being said, I had mentioned that Krisaps, I would like him to talk about the transportation that we have arranged. So there is transportation for the VIP and VIP Plus ticket holders and volunteers. So Krisaps, could you talk about both the Belgrade transfer and the daily into the event transfers?
Sure, absolutely. Everyone that will buy or has bought VIP or VIP Plus tickets, and they will get included in the ticket price transfer from Belgrade Centrum and from Belgrade Airport all the way to Apetin and Sombor. There will be only one transfer on the 4th of September. The exact time is going to be confirmed shortly. And for the VIPs, so there will be drinks included in that transfer, and also there will be a transfer all the way back from Apetin and Sombor all the way back to Belgrade on the 8th of September. There will be also only one transfer. So those that will want to come for the centralized event earlier, they will have to find their own way of transportation to Liberpulco. For those that so for volunteers and for all the other VIP tickets, there will be transportation between Ark Village and Apetin and Sombor every day of the conference. So how it's going to happen is that every morning the bus is going to collect people from all the hotels and all the places people are going to stay in Sombor first, and then the bus will travel to Ark Village, and same will also happen on the evening. So there will be one shuttle at the morning and one shuttle at the evening every day going back. So
awesome. Thank you for that. I also wanted to mention that if you want to come early and experience Belgrade, there are some touristy things that you can do in the area. And with the Forco, you could plan some outings in Belgrade. So if some VIP and VIP Plus people or GA attendees or volunteers want to go stay in town for a few days, you can actually plan your Forco events there. So, I was looking around at things to do in the area. There is so much to do. And one I wanted to mention, because I heard secondhand from me, now third hand that I'm reporting it, but I heard it from somebody who went. The Nikola Tesla Museum is apparently awesome. And so I'm going to try to find a way to go there myself while in Belgrade. And I wanted to mention that as an option for everybody. So really, you can make this your own. Just like with Anarchapulco, we encourage people to come early and stay late, because really what the heart of these events is the community. It is the relationships that you build while you are there. And I promise you're going to get there and start hanging out with people, and you're not going to want to leave. That's how it always is. So, plan to come early, plan to stay late if you can. If you can't, then just zip in and zip out. Come for the 3-day, 4-day event if you want to stay for the brunch and the Liberland tour. Make it your own, and it's going to be awesome. I'm really, really looking forward to it. So we are coming up on the end of our sweet little interview here, and I wanted to give both of you an opportunity to say any closing things. Maybe we missed something, or just some, whatever it is you want to say to everybody watching. We'll start with Rebecca.
Well, I, as usual, will be encouraging people who are on the fence about coming in person to come in person. Just for some context, I am flying 27 hours to get there. This is something Australians are kind of used to, by the way. If we want to go to Europe, that's how long it takes. But the fact is, do not be put off by traveling. We need you there in person. If you are vaguely thinking about coming, come, please. You will not regret it. You will be so happy that you came in person. And it is everyone who has come has made to the events has made lifelong friends. They've made connections that they deeply needed. And if not, make sure you're there virtually, and please share this with somebody who needs it, or even somebody who maybe you don't think does need it, but just share it, please. We need your help.
Thank you. Krisaps, any closing words?
So I would definitely agree with Rebecca. And I personally went to Serbia. Now it was the second time, so I was there 2 times. And Serbia is really, really friendly country, and I love it so much. I would say it's one of the most alternative countries in Serbia, in the whole Europe. From the view of they are kind of standing on the other side with many things. Even when it came to the COVID regulations, it was the last country in Europe that actually forced anything to their citizens. So I would really suggest to come visit Serbia, to maybe spend some extra days before or after Liberpulco. And Apatin, by the way, is a very small, amazing city, which I enjoyed a lot. It's just on the side of Danube River, and you can take a boat trip and go around, if you like fishing, you can find some fishing opportunities, or visit thermal springs in Banja Janakovic resort, which is I heard some very good reviews about that. And just come, enjoy, and let's meet up and have a great event.
Awesome. Thank you, Krisaps. I want to piggyback on this. Come in person if you can. Originally, I was trying to save money for the conference and make it as, budget friendly as possible. And I was like, well, anyone in North America who's on the team isn't going to go. And then as the event started to, which included me, right? I was going to just be giving support online and from home and in the ways that I could, conference calls, marketing, all this stuff. And as the event started to get planned, I was like, you know what? I am so excited about what is happening that I'm willing to buy my own ticket and take the risk that if we don't sell enough tickets and I have to pay my own way to work, I'm willing to do it. That's how awesome of an event I think this is going to be. And as I've seen the speaker roster get built and the pictures of the venue and hearing about the culture and just seeing what's happening there, I know in my heart that this is something I really, really need to be a part of. And I hope we get to do this year after year. And, there's very few people that have actually made it to every single Anarchapulco. So wouldn't it be cool for all you Europeans and even those in other places on the planet to come to the first hopefully of many Liberpulcos taking place right outside of Liberland, right outside their border, short trip away. Very exciting. I'm really, really looking forward to it. I cannot wait to see you guys there. Krisaps and Rebecca, I cannot wait to see you guys. You guys are my chosen family. I love you so much. And you guys are awesome at what you do. I want to make sure that the world knows that we have an amazing team. The people we work with are so fantastic. They make absolute magic and they make it look easy. And I know they're working hard. I love you guys. I'm so grateful that you're part of Anarchapulco, that you choose to take Liberpulco on with us. This is a new uncharted territory, kind of wild adventure. And for those of you watching this, thank you for your participation. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your shares. Thank you for all the contributions and all the ways you guys make this possible. We are building community and we are doing it on a global scale. And it is one of the most beautiful things that I have ever seen, that I've ever got to be a part of. It's definitely changed me. It's changed my life. And I hope that that can trickle out and that we can take home after Liberpulco new information, new ways of living, new ideas. We may even find some new people becoming Liberland citizens and moving. It could be really, really a neat thing. So let's light a wildfire for liberty, get those sparks going. Liberpulco.com is the website. You can also find all the information by going to Anarchapulco.com. Sign up for our email list. Check us out. We finally have a new Instagram. It got taken down like 6 times and I finally just said, fine, we're starting a new one. So Anarchapulco Official on Instagram. You can find us on Telegram. You can find us pretty much anywhere. We're pretty accessible. If you have any questions, please reach out. My email is producer@anarchapulco.com. I would love to answer any questions that you have or send you to the people who can answer them. Thank you, Chris, for finding all of the logistical stuff for us, for being willing to go ahead of us and be there in person and get all of the groundwork laid. And thank you, Rebecca, for finding such a rock star, stellar lineup of speakers. It really is it's the cream of the crop. It's the best of the best. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for being a part of this. Liberpulco.com. Peace, love, and anarchy.